A
One
One Piece. All right, Thurman.
Yeah.
I want to start off with
Bitch.
Oda genuinely like fucking blowing my mind here because there are some things in this chapter that have implications that make me concerned. Okay, let's just start with Oden's rap sheet here. Okay, like
No.
Oda.
Oh, this bit. Oda
Likes to do this, bro. He likes to introduce
God.
characters by having a dude read a list off of their hype shit.
Bro, you know what's fucking funny to me? So, quick fun fact for all you viewers out there, right? It's a little bit here My Academia issue right now. There's a few people, I actually went to Twitter and saw this. I saw a few tweets, unfortunately. A few people, right?
Are they angry?
Are angry at My Academia. Again, surprise, because of Bubble Girl torture tickling scene, right?
Bro,
remember
so they censored it, right? Yeah, I heard about this.
When Deku first entered, Night Eyes.
Oh yeah, no, trust me, I remember that well because that woman is very, very attractive, and a good amount of underboob was showing.
Long story short, he told her to smile, and then he fucking tied her to a fucking tickle machine.
That was a strange scene, yeah.
Us manga readers were like, oh, okay, that was funny, all right, weird but full, okay, oh cool.
Weird flex, but okay.
Next page, but anime onlys. Right,
they make it like way
going up in arms, saying, "Oh my God, this is harassment of women. My Academia strikes again. Look at this. Oh my God, torture." And I'm just like, "Oh my God, this was in the manga like a year ago. Like this Chiseki arc was like what, a year ago?
More
right?
than a year. Oh, way more than a year, brother. A year ago was like just getting out of the fucking like gentle criminal shit.
So that's what I'm saying.
This is more like 2 years. Yeah.
So 2 years ago, they're complaining about something happening in the manga 2 years ago,
that's
right?
That's not really the point. That's really neither here nor there. The point there would be that it's just people that are anime only are by definition more normie, therefore by definition more easily insulted.
So with that being said, the reason why I brought this up is look, Oden's track sheet. I'm gonna read this off, right? I'm gonna pull the red right here. Elegant reading of this.
Man, I wanted to read it off.
No, we're gonna switch taking turns, bitch.
Okay. Wait, where are you starting?
The reason why is because I wanted to prove my point right here, right? So,
all right.
Here are a few of his quote unquote track record, right? So he threw his wet nurse across the room.
Well, the wet nurse is the nurse that helps give birth to you, by the way. So this man, as a toddler, was like, "Yo, bitch, get your hands off me, yeet." Okay, yeah. At the age of 2, he was fast enough to capture 2 rabbits, which, by the way, is much less impressive than the first one. I was like, okay. But, okay, I just want to talk about... Listen, we need to go to the one. I need to talk about this, okay? Age 6... Age 6, he began to frequent the red light district and drained basically all of our funds for said red light district. Now, I did a little Google just to make sure. Here's the definition of red light district, okay? An area of a town or city containing many brothels, strip clubs, and other sex businesses. So, I just want everyone to understand that 6-year-old Oden was going around to fucking whorehouses getting laid.
At age 6.
Now, I just want to clarify. I don't even know how he's able to write this. Like, I don't even know if this would be legal in America. I feel dirty reading this.
So, like I said, the reason why I brought up the My Academia shit, when they say this in anime, Twitter is going to have a fucking war zone.
I wouldn't even be surprised if they censored it in the anime, bro. I really wouldn't. Like, I don't even know if they might just skip that part.
Like, think about it. Like, look at everything else. Like, okay, so look at everything. Wet nurse, throw across wet nurse. Okay, capturing rabbits. Okay, hurling a bear. He fucked every woman in the red light district. Like, that's
the best part. And then the other really good part was this man. This man went to the top of a mountain and created a harem. And then when the husband's of said women that were apparently really attracted to this 12-year-old because it was clarified. He was like, oh, the women could leave at any time. They wanted to be in this harem with this 12-year-old. So the women were super thirsty for this 12-year-old. And when the husbands were like, what the fuck? He started a fucking war.
He started a war.
Which, the harem wars, bro.
That is fucking crazy. He was blacklisted by the Yakuza at age 9. Couldn't even go to the game.
Fucking all their women.
He got drunk at age 8, bro. At age 8. Got into a drunken brawl. This man Oden. This is One Piece in a nutshell, bro. Like this is One Piece. Oda is testing boundaries right here. I honestly feel like Oda was just like, all right, team of editors, we're just gonna make this character, and then we're gonna put all these fucked up shit in a hat. Whenever we draw the hat is what we're gonna say Oden did.
We're just gonna slather the hype on this man. Like, do you remember when Kaido just fell and Oda was like listing the hype? This is arguably more impressive than Kaido. I don't even think Kaido was fucking bitches at age 6, bro.
Like, and what makes it crazy too is just like he goes through the ages. Like this man Oden did some crazy shit. Like, and his dad is just like, God damn.
Dude, bro, his dad was like, his dad is so upset about this. He literally, the second he turned 18, he wrote disowned on a paper and was like, just go give this to him. I don't even want to talk to him. He's disowned.
It's, oh my God.
Bro, Oda immediately makes us love Oden because, like, you can just, the mad lattery. Like, Nux has been doing these flex videos, bro. He's got to do one on Oden now. Like, I need it. What a flex. Like, I still can't get over the fact. The best one is still, I just need to read this. At 15, he threatened the chief. Yeah, so he went up to a fucking mountain temple. He was just like, I'm going to live here, and if you have a problem with that, I'm going to fucking kill you. And then he makes a harem. Women sneak there to fuck him at 15. I was wrong with the age. It was 15. So women sneak there to fuck him at 15.
Still not good, by the way.
The lovers, oh no, not at all. The lovers wouldn't stand for it. Parents, husbands, powerful samurai, and he gleefully fought back against that. Those battles are now known as the harem wars.
Oden, at age 15, fought but that shit.
Fought for the bitches,
only
bro.
One Piece. Only.
Dude, they came up to him. They came up to him, and he was like, "Bro, like, I was already on like my 15th bitch by age 6. I don't know what the fuck you think you're doing."
Like, Jesus Christ, that is fucking insane,
so just
man.
to clarify, for any future, this coming back to haunt me here, I am at a true loss here as to why. Like, it's hilarious, but like, I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't have made a child do anything sex related in any story. That's a little weird. I genuinely am confused at that. Like, I don't even know. I'm not gonna get all SJW. It's fucking hilarious. I just that's a move that I cannot fathom from Oda. Like, I don't even know how he's. Are you as blown away by that as I am? That just seems crazy to me.
It's very out there. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking really threw me off.
Like I said, Oda and his editors just fucking threw. Like, I guarantee Oda was like, "All right, guys, this is gonna happen. We need to bring some hype for Oden. So what we're gonna do? Just put some fucked up shit in the hat. Just whatever you could think of, like whatever. And we're gonna draw lots and pick them out of a hat. And whoever comes out, Oden has done that." Right, so probably for jokes, right? For jokes, the editors was like, "All right, going to red light district or starting a harem."
Little did they know that'd be at age 6.
That was picked, and Oda was like, "All right, fuck it, I can't be touched."
I don't even know what I was doing at age 6. I barely even remember.
I was being a spoiled fucking brat at age 6. That's what I was doing.
To move on to the fuckery, bro. Okay, they're at a funeral, cremating a guy. And he just comes and slaps his fucking noodles on top of his skeleton. And he's like, "Bro, I gotta fucking boil this shit. I'm sorry."
he. So I was confused about this part, right? When I saw it, I was like, okay, he's at a funeral, and then Oden just comes up and he does this shit, and then he drinks, and then the next page we see the people saddened. He drinks. He said, "That's it." He leaves the cork, not the cork, the fucking.
Well,
keg.
it's clearly his own way of respecting the guy that died. Like this was, even though it came off as, it's Oda showing that, like, he's not just an asshole, he has his own way of showing respect. So it's clearly implied here that he had a friendship with this guy who died, and this was his way of, like, saying goodbye to him. Like, he went to his body, took a big drink, left in the bottle, and said, you know, next time we have a drink, it'll be together in the afterlife. Like, that was just him being respectful.
This is fucking, bro, you called it. Oda is making Gintoki, bro.
I told you, he's fascinating. I could tell Oda was, because think about it. Every time we have a flashback, he's got to introduce like a wacky. This is what Oda does. Like, think back to beginning of One Piece time. Okay, let's go Dr. Hirolic from fucking Chopper's flashback, right? It's like, oh, Dr. Hirolic, what's the first couple things we see of him? He's a quack doctor. He's going around like, I'm gonna cure you. Whoops, I turned your daughter into a frog. You know, oh shit, Chopper's fucking this abominable snowman doesn't trust me. I better fucking get down all naked and be like, look, I'm naked. You can trust me. He loves making these wacky characters. And because of how he writes characters, we fall in love with them immediately. Because just from this like first chapter, you get the vibe of Oden, and you get the vibe that he's an unpredictable, flexing mad lad, and I love it.
And what's great, it's just like they're just like this is some Kishimoto type shit, right? Like, he's like, all right, my apologies. And then the next panel is just all the women are just like, oh my God, what's going on?
Bro, I love...
Restrain your wives and daughters.
Literally, again, though, wives and daughters. There is a child. Like a little child in the right there. Thurston. She probably hasn't even fucking, like... This bitch's ovaries haven't even dropped yet. Like, I don't even... I don't know if is that a phrase? Like, you know how guys' balls drops to like women ovaries, like, do ovaries drop?
I got that, and I was just like, oh, well done, man. That was good. That was good wordplay there.
No, but like, that is weird. Again, Oda, I don't understand. Like, why, Oda? Like, there's so much hot water that you could keep yourself out of. There's so much controversy that you could avoid by not doing this that you're doing.
He's the Long Beach Griffey, man. Fucking Long Beach Griffey type shit.
He wants to be canceled. Oda wants to be canceled. That's the true goal, bro. He's been writing manga so long. He's like, the only way to get out is to be canceled.
That's the only way. I don't want to die writing One Piece. Cancel me. Jum's like, no, bitch. Those chains are not coming off until you finish One Piece.
Is too good. We can't.
And then you're gonna write the spinoff.
Oh wow! See, now, this is it. When the chapter comes out, when the Viz translation, I need you to tell me if they change that line. I feel like they're gonna be like, oh, he was visiting the underworld or the black market. They're not gonna say sex shit. I guarantee it. I don't see an American translator translating the sentence, at age 6 he was visiting the red light district. I don't fucking see it happening.
I don't know, man. They have been, because one of the biggest things they have is censorship, right? And they're
usually good about it, but I mean, like, when certain things come to certain countries, they have to, you know what I mean? Like, if something's like fucked up in the country that it's in. So, like, for example, well, I mean, like, we're talking about the same people who in Bleach, there was a character who, for whatever reason, smelled like semen. It's a very classic moment where Yumachika's like, bro, you reek of semen. And like, every translation said that. And then Viz was like, you smell like a man. And I was like, boo.
I mean, it means the same thing.
No, it doesn't. Men don't just walk around reeking of semen, bro. We don't just smell like semen constantly. Maybe you do, but I don't.
Ew, I don't smell like semen, bitch.
Bro, you literally just said it's the same thing. That is the most implicating thing that you could have possibly said.
In the context of what they were saying, like, any reader who read the non-official translation would be like, oh, I see they tried to censor it, but they tried to censor it in a way where people who already read it knew what they were talking about.
The main point is, you make it less funny. This one though, I'll be very curious to see what Viz will do. But yeah, no, I mean like the funny part is I don't even see what like with Cavendish. The whole joke is he's a pretty boy, and like you see women just like, oh my god, around him. Oden, he's not even like attractive. At least to me. So he's just got an aura around him. Like his flexing badass, I don't give a fuck aura just like makes the panties drop, bro.
It's interesting. Like, what does he have that could possibly make him so charmful, right? Because I'm pretty sure Oden's
remember what Sengoku said a couple chapters ago? Something about Oden just drew everyone to him. Like Roger, Whitebeard, Shanks was friends with him. Ace apparently. Oh no, Oden was dead. Never mind. I remember just Ace went to Wano, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like all these big names loved Oden. Oden was on fucking Roger's ship, as we saw. People just loved him. And remember, even when in the flashback with Oden. They were all like, oh, anything for you, Oden. We don't want you to leave, Oden. We want to work with you forever, Oden. He literally, like, it reminds me of, like, a motherfucker that has, like, some power that, like, draws people to him or something. Like, a genuine, like, what's it called? You ever watch, Jessica Jones on Netflix?
I've seen it.
Have you seen it? The whole thing?
Not the whole thing, but I've seen like the first 2 episodes.
So, well, do you remember how the villain of that series, his power was that like when he gave an order, people would just have to follow it?
Oh, I've seen that power before.
Did you ever get that far?
No, but I know
God,
the power.
It was so good because David Tennant was the villain, and he was just so good. Like he would literally just do shit like, like he would be like, "Oh, see that post over there? Why don't you see how many times it takes for you to get your head through it?" And then he just goes up and starts bashing his head into the pole, and like he's like, "Oh, hey, nice house you got here. It's mine now." And they just walk out and give him the deed. Like, I'm not saying that he genuinely has like a power like that, but like it definitely seems like there's something going on with Oden here because I don't know if it's just gonna be his aura, but it is weird that like. He, there's parallels to like Big Mom. You know how Big Mom was born like different, like even with the bear thing. Remember, it's like, oh, he defeated a bear. Remember, Big Mom did the same thing, punched a bear out. So I wonder if Oda is trying to signal to us that there's similarities here with Big Mom, where they were both born. Because think about it, he was born, and as a baby, he threw a nurse across the room. Like it reminds me of Big Mom. Big Mom was born different too. They were both born so physically strong and different and weird. It gives me the same vibe,
Oden and Big Mom confirmed?
What, like they're fucking?
Bro.
I mean, Big Mom fucks everybody. Like anyone that piques her interest, she wants to have a baby with.
Imagine Kaido coming in.
Oh, Kaido cucks Oden. Oden cucks Kaido. They cuck each other back and forth.
So it's funny to me because the era he's getting, like the era he's getting, is similar to Luffy, but not in the same light, right? So it's just like the two sides of the same coin. Oden's era is sort of like him just fucking eating and drinking and being like, oh, I'll see you in the afterlife. Women just like fucking wet, like waterfall wet over him, right? And with Luffy, it's kind of like Luffy actually has to do something in order for, like, because regardless of what Luffy fanboys say, I really don't believe every princess that he's met has fallen in love with Luffy.
No,
come on.
Vivi doesn't give a shit. Vivi's not in love with him. Who else? Yeah. Rebecca's not in love with him. It's really just, I mean, Hancock has a thing for him. Does any other woman other than Hancock? I mean, Nami as a friend, I think.
She probably no. Vivi no. Like that's what I'm saying, right? So a lot of people are
yeah, it's really just fucking Hancock, and the only reason, literally, because no sane person falls in love with Luffy. Like, Luffy's a great guy, but like it's not a stable relationship there. Okay, like you would get, it's kind of like. Because, I mean, let's be honest here. You meet someone like Luffy in real life, he's got some problems. Like, he's not the sharpest tack in the drawer. And me personally, like, when someone's dumb, that's the hardest thing to, like, have a maintained relationship with. Because, Luffy's the kind of guy who would talk about the same shit, like, every day. Like, oh, I want to talk about meat or adventures or, it's just, you know what I mean? It's like, no, Luffy, let's talk about, let's talk about, politics today, or, well, this show I watched. He's like, nah, that sounds boring. Like, I don't see it. I don't see a nice long relationship with Luffy. Point being, Hancock is only interested in Luffy because of her own little fucking, mental thing. Like it was like she was used to, every woman, or excuse me, every man and woman falling head over heels for her. And so you have this complex where you can get anything. So if you're a person who can get anything, and then one thing comes along that you can't get, you want the thing. That's literally the only reason she likes Luffy. There's no deeper reason behind that. It's just a complex that she has where she wants him because she can't have him.
Yeah, so basically getting back to my point.
I just wanted to fucking dunk on the Luffy haremists. People that are like, Luffy and his harem.
People do that because they want to fucking try to. I see.
They want to sexualize everything. Everything's sexual.
They use it to compare it to like Naruto. Like, oh, Luffy's better than Naruto because Luffy has all these princesses wanting his.
That is a very toxic viewpoint, by the way. If you're judging quality of men or characters by how many women want to fuck them, you are a caveman. And kindly go back into the cave where you came from.
So that's just really funny. So basically, anyways, it's interesting. They have the same thing, but it's in different ways, right? It seems to me Oden doesn't really have to do much in order to get people to. He has to like do small things to get it, while Luffy has to do big things in order to, So I think it's similar but different ways, because what did Mihawk say? Luffy has the ability to get people, to join him, right? And so it seems like Oden is the same way, because to me, Oden, it should make sense because no one should like Oden. Like from since he was born, he's caused trouble. Like throwing fucking wet nurses around, taking people's wives and kids, right? Like fucking like going to the red light district at age 6. Like he's doing some fucked up shit. Like no one should like this person. Like even his dad disowned him at 18, but because of like his air that he gives off, people are like attracted to him in like a positive light, right? So it seems kind of interesting.
Yeah, I totally agree.
To do it like that, like even the Yakuza, like, and he has Yakuza that like likes him now, right? Like he was banned from Yakuza at like age 9, but they still like him. You know what I mean? So it's just like, oh, okay, well he has this now.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. The thing with you make a valid point, because everything you just listed there, that's like some terrorist shit. like not terrorist in the sense that we think like, oh, they're blowing up buildings, as in like they're a public terror. They're terrorizing the public. As you see, people are like, oh my god, hide your children, hide your wives, hide hide your livestock. So like, yeah, I mean, and we see obviously from that last chapter that people are kind of afraid of him, like, oh god, this guy. But then there also are some people that are just drawn to him, And I have a feeling that the people that are drawn to him are people that are fans of freedom, kind of like Luffy. Like his whole thing is freedom, freedom, freedom. I have a feeling Roger probably respects him because he's a man who does what he wants, right? You're a man that doesn't let anyone keep you down. You're fucking. But at the same time, I don't know if we should be pushing this, this kind of like mentality of like freedom means, do whatever you want, even if you're fucking over other people. So I don't know. I mean, there's a lot more to learn about Oden. He's fascinating to me. I do kind of want to. It's strange because again, like Oda's done a good job at like making him a kind of a middle of the road character, because he's not just a dick. There's good aspects to him, and moving on to other things like. We see young Kienmon looking like a total fucking punk, and he steals this like young boar, and that basically it's looking like we're gonna see Oden fight a fucking boar the size of a mountain next chapter. And he's very badass. He's just like, give me that boar, I got this, right? So I guess if the best way I can describe him is he's like what would you call him? Like a chaotic good, chaotic neutral type character, like.
Yeah, chaotic good, chaotic neutral. I think that's good. I think that's a great. I would probably chaotic good, sort of, because he seems like he does good, but for the wrong reasons.
But is good causing a war over your harem?
I'm going to say he was 15 and young and stupid.
That's his young and stupid face. That's true. There is a part in this chapter where he says he had a change of heart. He came back. And here's the funny part, right? We even skipped over the part where it's like, oh, he came back and he wanted to help people, and there was a drought, so and again, to talk about how strong he is, they were like, oh, there was a drought, so he dug a new river, but accidentally flooded the town.
He seems like a kind of person who's like going back. I want to see a good reference to it, but like, you see Fair Odd Parents, right?
Oh yeah,
Adam West, he's Catman, right?
Catman, like tries to do.
So he's someone who wants. Yeah, he wants to do good, but the good he usually makes things worse, right?
Well, I was gonna say it reminds me of Gentle Criminal. Remember his flashback? He wanted to be a hero, kept fucking up. Yeah.
Bro, oh my god, I can't. Oh my god, yo, fucking bro moment. Tell me why. I literally thought about Gentle Criminal, but I was afraid of saying something stupid, so I went to Catman. And then
that's adorable.
You said that. Let's take a moment to realize.
Moment of silence for that bro moment. Thank you.
Oh my god, that shit. Beautiful.
I want that bro moment respected in the comments, okay?
Like, I literally thought, like, my first thought was Gentle Criminal, but I was like, I don't know. I mean, that may sound.
I would like that. Like, it's just someone who wanted to do good, but just fucking. He's just so extreme with everything he does. Oh, wow, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, I guess now we have him about to fucking probably one shot this huge ass boar the size of a mountain, and we see a shot of this boar like eating a house. So it's big boy. It's a big boy. So I guess, but again, at the same time, Oda's probably going to subvert expectations, so I highly doubt he's just going to go over there and just kill the thing, because he wanted the baby boar, so maybe he's going to just solve things by giving it back. But at the same time, maybe Oda is going to fuck with us even more, because what has Oden been known to do up till now? Every time he tries to help, make shit worse. So maybe he's going to go up there and make shit way worse, which would be fucking hilarious. Maybe he'll try to help and get the whole town destroyed. I'd be down.
It'd be interesting to see how, because everyone loves him now.
Well, yeah, exactly. And I'm glad you brought that up, because we need to figure out why they're his followers now, right? Like, because Kienmon and all the other scabbards respect him because he kind of took them. They were just a bunch of street punks, and criminals. And he took them, gave them a purpose, reformed them. And you're right. Now everyone respects him. He was apparently a great-ass shogun. So you're right. What we need to realize what brought him to that point. And what we do know, if I'm remembering correctly, is right now is around the time he gets disowned. And I know he leaves, travels with the Roger crew for a bit, then comes back and becomes the shogun, right? So I imagine we're right at the point where he leaves for the first time to go join Roger. And then he, obviously that chapter, a couple chapters ago, when he was talking to Roger, that was probably right before he went back to become shogun. So we're about to probably watch his kind of like maturing, his like, becoming the respected person he becomes.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I feel like he's probably, because he's only 18. I believe he's 18 right now, right?
Yeah, this is 18. Mm-hmm.
So I most likely we're gonna see what led him to be, because every person matures, right? Everyone doesn't stay the same as they grow older, right? Yeah. Everyone changes. So we're probably going to see a point in his life where he realizes, like, shit, I kind of fucked up here. Like, maybe the board destroying, like, this part of the village is like, shit, I really fucked up this time. Maybe I should reevaluate.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, that and getting disowned by his father at the same day, too.
Yeah. So, because
remember, we did see a flashback. Remember, because Oda likes to do this thing where he like gives us flashbacks in different orders. We already saw a flashback that took place right after he got disowned. Remember, it was him talking to Yasue before Yasue died. Like, because we saw that flashback around the time Yasue died. Remember that?
Yeah.
So it was him with Yasue, and Yasue was talking about how, like, hey man, just because your father disowned you doesn't mean you're not gonna be something great one day. I expect you to go out there, get some fucking experience, and come back and be the shogun this country wants you to be, right? So. Yeah, I mean, so we've seen a bit of that. So, yeah, I mean, I'm curious how it's all going to piece together. And I like your theory of him fucking up so bad that he kind of has to, I need to go on a spirit journey.
Yeah, because, I mean, right now, from what we've seen of him, him himself hasn't realized his trouble that he's caused, right? I don't really think...
Yeah, I don't think he realizes...
I really feel like his dad will be the type of person, be like the stereotypical anime dad, like smack him in the back of the head and be like, "Do you realize what the fuck you just did?" type shit. because if he's been doing dumb shit since he's been born, right?
What a nightmare.
I really feel like his dad would have been like, okay, what the fuck are you doing, right? So I genuinely believe that maybe he hasn't, the shit that he's done, he really doesn't believe that if they're on still properly, right? Like he doesn't think that the shit he's been doing up until now has been wrong. So I think maybe the eye opener will be like people actually dying because of him right now. So that's the thing. So maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I dig it. I'm also, another thing I'm looking forward to in this flashback, because one, remember, it's an Oda flashback. Oda flashbacks are never not sad, and Oda flashbacks never leave without casualty. But also, so just expect that. But also, I'm waiting for Orochi to show up, because we're gonna get young Orochi. We're gonna get fucking Orochi, because like I guarantee Orochi's somehow gonna be like he's either next in line for the throne, or he like, oh, now that you've disowned your son, I guess you need to pick a new shogun. You know what I mean? So like, yeah. I have a feeling he's gonna somehow gonna become the next in line for the throne, and then that's when he's gonna team up with Kaido to kill this motherfucker. I don't know. I'll be curious. Like I know that what happened was Oden was on the throne, and then Kaido and him killed him. But like I have a feeling Orochi's gonna somehow be there, like kind of eking his way to like the next in line for the throne. So I want to see young Orochi, and I'm curious if Oda's gonna do that thing that he does sometimes, where like when a character's really old, they're like super ugly, but then they're like super hot, like 20 years earlier. Like how hilarious would it be if like Orochi, like past Orochi is like super, like he's like all tall and like handsome, and I could see it.
Yeah.
Like, hello, I'm Orochi.
Dude, I gotta give it a 9, bro. I really enjoyed this chapter.
Oh my god, yeah. I'll be curious to see what the Viz translation of that comment is. That a very cancel-worthy comment.
Cancel One Piece after this.
Have you seen, like, has there any Twitter controversy on this shit?
I haven't seen anything about the One Piece chapter from Facebook or Twitter yet.
Well, I don't remember who it was. I think it was either Joy Boy or like the Artor, the Library of Ohara guy. But like someone tweeted out, like some prominent One Piece YouTuber was like, let's just list through what this man's done. And one of them was like, yeah, he was fucking bitches at 6. And like people are just acting like it's normal, and I'm like, it's not. I'm not mad. I'm just concerned and confused. I don't get it. I saw Stampede today in theaters, by the way, and I stayed after to talk to some of the people, and I was like, who's caught up with the manga? And I was talking to this woman, and I was like, bro, like, is that as weird as I think it is? And they're like, oh yeah, it's super weird. This motherfucker has one Haru's. I'm dead. That's so fucking funny.
That's funny.
I just okay. I can't keep talking about it. It's just that's one of those things that has no answer, and I want there to be an answer so bad. But so I think the Viz translation will really shed some light on that, how that'll go. And
either way, it's honestly just so funny because
it's hilarious. I appreciate it.
It's so out there, right? It's, okay, it's just such a random thing. Like Oda definitely is just.
Can you imagine? Like I can't even. If you had a son, and he was like just balls dropped, like facial hair probably, just like, Dad, I want to fuck some bitches at age 6. Like, oh my god.
Wow. That's a son that you lock in a cage.
Yes. There's a problem with that child.
To be honest with you, if your son comes out the womb and he throws your wet nurse and he fights a bear, and then age 6 he wants to fuck some bitches, I think at that point,
put him down.
At that point, it's time to lock up all the doors, lock your son in a cage, and say you only leave when I tell you to.
Bro, this man got on my ass when I was like fucking execute Baby Shigaraki, but now all of a sudden, Baby Shigaraki melted his whole family, bro, and then you're like, I see how it is.
That's a difference.
Is there? I feel like Baby Shigaraki objectively did a worse thing.
Starting a war over women, between multiple people. I mean, a family.
We don't know how many casualties were in that war.
Yes, we do. We know plenty. He got like multiple factions involved.
He got multiple factions. The fucking and Hyogoro, bro, the guy Luffy's with right now, he was involved.
Like,
can you imagine like the rally cry, like "Give us back our bitches. Our dicks haven't been wet in months."
So yeah,
Bro, a bunch of dudes with like boners running up, like he took all the women.
So let us know in the comments who you think was worse, Baby Oden or or Kid Shigaraki.
Oh,
let us know.
Who do you fucking execute in a back alley first, Baby Shigaraki or Baby Oden?
Oh, and with that, we're canceled.
If I remember to make a poll when I upload this, I will. I'll probably forget.
Someone
remind me.
Last one, bitch.
I did know it. The last one's up. The last one's there. It is. In fact, and we have to do that video.
Yeah, but you have to show me. I haven't seen it.
Oh, I'll show it to you, yeah. I believe last I saw it was the Kozuki arc from My Hero winning.
All right, let me see. I have to see the fucking poll you made. I hope you didn't fucking cheat out any.
No, listen, bro. There was a. You told me if there was an arc I didn't know to replace it with an arc I did.
Okay, that's fair.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, and then I put as many options as it would allow. So yeah.
I didn't see it. I went to the video. And
it's on the My Hero Academia video. Go into the upper, and then it's in the card.
All right.
But yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about, we're gonna do a video on a previous arc, like kind of just like a revisit of arcs, and we did a poll in the last week's My Hero, I believe. So check that out if you're interested. And with that, peace.